What's up, guys? I am making this video for March 2025, and I'm letting y'all in on the stocks that I'm planning to buy this month of March 2025. I got a few things on the list, a few on the list from last month, and we've got a lot of red out there in the stock market, especially the last few days. So a lot of these are even more of a buy than they were last month because they've even dipped down lower. So we're about to get into it and go over the stocks that I plan to buy this month ahead. Good evening, everybody. My name is Trey. This is Investing by Numbers. We talk about stock market investments and other forms of investments on this channel. Please like and subscribe if that's your cup of tea. But for now, let's get into some of these stocks I'm looking at. Okay, today Okta announced fourth quarter earnings. Okta was on the list for last month of stocks I was buying. We had a pretty good earnings. We had beats here. I haven't completely gone over these numbers yet as they just got released a little while ago, earlier in the afternoon. But the I've been using the forward PE for Okta because they're just kind of coming over into profitability the last few quarters. I rarely invest in stocks that aren't 4 quarters profitable, but Okta has got a really good story going on. But next year they're predicted to do $3.15 a share to $3.20, and I'm trying to buy this one under a forward 35 PE. So right now it's up around 15% after hours. But the 35 forward PE would put us right under $95 a share. I think right now we're trading at $100 a share. So I'm right now it's just kind of over what I would like to purchase at via the $95 a share. But if it dips back down throughout the month under 95, I will be a buyer. But right now with that forward outlook of 315 to 320, I'm just kind of the $95 a share is what feels good to me. And so that's where I will keep it. So yeah, right now we're at just over $100 a share. But Okta, great company. I've talked about Okta before. Internet security company. So they've got some big clients they've been picking up over the past year or so, and so I like them moving forward. But right now, under $95 a share. So if they drop back down, I'll probably pick up more shares of them. The next stock that I'm buying that I've been talking about a lot over the last couple months is NVIDIA, and they are getting hammered. NVIDIA was a buy for me under $127 a share, but after their last earnings report, they had phenomenal results. My new price target for what I'm buying NVIDIA under is $149.50 a share. So basically, anything under all-time highs for NVIDIA, I'm a buyer of. So pretty exciting. That's under a 50 PE, trailing PE for NVIDIA. They've just been knocking their numbers out of the park. So anything under 50 right now, I'm a buyer. And NVIDIA is a powerhouse. I can't wait to pick up more shares of this. I've had a pretty small position, and I'm really hoping I can grow this thing over the next couple months. We'll see how long it stays down. We have no idea what the next few months hold. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in the market, but you know, these are great companies we're looking at, and I'm excited to buy them at great prices. NVIDIA roughly under $150 a share, I'll be buying it. So let's pull over here and look at their revenue. Let's see, I don't even know if it's updated actually on macro trends from their earnings report last week. Sometimes macro trends can be a little late. Okay, no, here we are. So yeah, revenue from January of 2024 to January of 2025 was over a double up, and it was over a double up the year before. So I did not expect necessarily to have a double up, but those numbers are looking great. Net income down here also going from just under 30 billion to 72 billion, so over a double up there in net income. And this was, of course, just under 61 billion up to 130 billion in revenue. So NVIDIA's numbers are looking fantastic. They're continuing to really push numbers and grow higher and higher. So to see their stock price dropping right now, and we're probably right around a 40 PE on NVIDIA, I'm a big buyer right now of NVIDIA. I can't wait to pick up a little bit on Friday. And I've got some closings with real estate coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm kind of hoping it stays down so I can get some good some good shares for NVIDIA. So that's the next stock I'm buying, NVIDIA, and I'm very stoked on it. The next stock I am buying in March is e.l.f. Beauty, makeup company. Most of y'all know e.l.f. They're sold a lot of different stores, and they're expanding into more stores. They've been getting hammered this past year, and just today we are down almost 9%. We were up a percent after hours, but down 9%, over 9% on the trading day today. Just getting hammered. And I like e.l.f. under a 50 PE as well. So anything under right now, anything under $92 a share, I'm excited to pick up. So we are way below that right now. So right now, e.l.f. is looking really good to me at $64 a share. So I'm hoping to pick some of that up this month too, and as long as it stays under 92, I'm a buyer. e.l.f. has a lot of great growth. They've had this past year was a little bit of a hiccup year for them, but we're still on track to beat revenue in 2024 over 2023, and maybe not necessarily earnings per share. But with revenue growth and some of the stuff going on at e.l.f., they're doing great things. And so I'm happy to be picking up e.l.f. shares under $92 a share. So the next stock I'm buying this month is definitely e.l.f., and I love the price it's at right now. The next stock I'm buying is Adobe. Adobe is a subscription-based software company. They offer software for all kinds of design programs. They have, this is the max chart, and you can see they've done tremendous over the years. But the last 5 years, they've, barely had any gain here. We're at 26% for the last 5 years, and we've really just been running sideways for the last 4.5 years. So this thing's been kind of just stalling out, which is great because right now we are well under a 40 PE, and I'm a buyer under a 40 PE for Adobe. Anything under $495 a share, I'm really liking right now. Adobe's a solid company. They continue to raise revenues and raise net income over the years. So under 40, I'm a buyer, and like I said, that's under $495 a share, and I will be picking up more Adobe as long as it stays under there. The next stock I'm buying is Celsius. Celsius reported some great numbers last week, and they announced that they were buying Alani Beverage, and their stock jumped up, roughly like 35% after hours. And just over the last few trading days, it has come back down for the most part, almost all the way back to where it was. We're still up a little bit from the yearly lows, but Celsius has been getting hammered for the last year plus. They had some inventory issues with Pepsi, who is their main distributor, or the distributor, and they've been sorting all through that. But we're starting to come out of that territory and of supply chain problems with Pepsi, and with them doing these acquirements, getting Alani, that's a big step in the right direction for them. I did a video last week about their earnings, but also they're broadening their foreign markets. They're seeing a lot of growth in their foreign markets, so I like Celsius. They've got fantastic growth behind them, and they've got fantastic growth ahead of them as well. For me, with Celsius, I'm a buyer under a 40 PE, which is right around $28.40 a share. So I've got a decent position right now. I've got $5,500 position. I'd want to grow my NVIDIA, Adobe, and e.l.f. positions up to the same level before I start buying more Celsius shares. But we'll see. Anything can change over the next couple weeks. But For me, Celsius is definitely a buy under $28.40 a share, under a 40 PE. They're making great moves, and that acquirement of Alani to me was a really great sign for where they're headed. And the last stock I have on the list right now of stocks that I am that are in buy territory for me in March is Nike. I've talked about Nike plenty of times on this channel. This is their all-time max chart. I mean, every dip has been a buying opportunity for Nike. They've had a rough couple years. They've had a CEO change. They tried some new things up a couple years ago, direct to consumer. It just didn't work out, and numbers and revenue showed that. So they've been recently getting back on track and making things right. But they're a company that just continues to grow revenues and net income, year after year after year. Anytime that they have a hiccup and they have a decline year, it's usually a great opportunity to buy Nike. Right now, we're just over $78 a share. And for me, with Nike, I'm a buyer under a 25 PE, and that would be $81 a share right now. And so anything under $81, I'm buying now. Like Celsius, I've got just under a $6,000 position here in Nike. So I am really wanting to focus more on NVIDIA, ELF, possibly Okta, and Adobe before picking up more shares of Nike. But if those kind of come up to the similar levels of what I've got in Nike and Celsius, I'll continue to kind of buy more of all of them. But for now, I've got a fairly decent position in Nike, so it is a buy for me under $81 a share. Great company, and don't sleep on Nike. They are always an opportunity for buying the dip with Nike. The last stock I'm going to talk about is kind of a wild card, kind of a speculative stock. I've talked about it before. It's GCT, GigaCloud Technology. Now, today we are having an awful day because we did have earnings report come out today, and we did have a miss. So we are down quite a bit on GCT, but this thing trades so cheap for the growth it has recorded here over the past year, few quarters. We definitely missed today. We were supposed to report in at 88 cents a share, but we came in at 75 cents. I don't own any GCT. I have been wanting to pick up some and have develop a small position, but with NVIDIA dropping back down so low, it's in the other stocks like ELF that have had a big drop. I just feel more comfortable investing in those two right now than adding GCT to the list. But if it continues to stay down at these levels over the next few months, I will pick up a small position because their growth has been phenomenal. So we just reported total revenue for 2024 of 1.16 billion, up from 703 million in 2023. So that is a huge jump up, roughly like a 50% gain there year over year with revenues. So, I mean, and before that we had 490 million in 2022 and then going over 700 million in 2023. Almost another 50% move there. So we're seeing a lot of growth with GCT, and the fact that it's trading, around a 5 PE is awesome. I mean, I'd be willing to buy this definitely up to a 10 PE, but probably even a 15. But for now, since it is so cheap, I'd probably cap it around a 10 if I was picking up shares. But for GCT, I mean, they've got good numbers. There's been some talk about them being kind of untruthful with their reporting, but I have no way to validate that. And it seems as time has gone on with GCT over the last few months, it's picked up more and more kind of popularity within the market, people talking about it. But I think if, keep it below a 5% of your portfolio. But, with the numbers they're reporting, up to, $30 a share, I mean, we're at a great price point here for the kind of growth we're seeing with GCT. So it's a buy for me. I'm just buying other stocks right now. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up any this month or not, but I definitely might. And I do like it as a small position. I would definitely keep this under 5% of your portfolio size because there is a lot of uncertainty around it. moving forward. So that's it for me, guys. Those are the stocks I'm looking to buy in this March ahead. Quick video. I didn't really want to go too in depth because there was a lot of picks on that list. With the market kind of been coming down over the last few days, a lot of great companies are definitely getting to great buying territories with these share prices. So a lot of them out there I'm really excited about. ELF and NVIDIA are at the top of my list right now, but a lot of those others I like as well. And I think that if you're trying to figure out what you might want to be buying in the coming month, these are definite stocks for you to check out, look over, do some research on. If you want to learn more, follow, like, subscribe to the channel. I do have videos out there on how to analyze stocks. I've got a 5-point checklist on how I find great companies, and also a quick way to find a good value for what I think is a good value for those companies, on how to find the share price that I look to buy under. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.